Hi, this is Brandon Smiley from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the single leg four-way hurdle hop. So we've talked about the regular four-way hurdle hop using both legs, which is a great change of direction and plyometric exercise for your athletes, especially some of your youth athletes. However, we can make this more difficult by making this a single leg option. I really like this for all of our athletes, regardless of age, and trying to be able to progress them to something like this. It's very challenging in terms of just continue to land on one leg, maintain balance, but also create change of direction, and basically not fall over and look like a goofball. It's even challenging for someone like myself. So definitely I would not start athletes here. I would make sure that they've got a number of plyometric training-based sessions that they've went through and different progressions that they seem to understand that they're not going to land really hard on one foot. They're trying to remain springy. Ideally they can keep their balance on one leg relatively well with different lateral bounds and different single leg hurdle hops options before you become to this. But overall, this is a great way to improve single leg strength, plyometric, and just the overall look and be more of a springy athlete, and obviously some speed and agility as well can come from this. So we have 4 hurdles set up. For the single leg option, you're definitely not going to want your hurdles to be really high. It's just going to be very taxing to begin with it being on one leg. I think the 6-inch hurdles, honestly, are where we keep majority of our athletes. We do have a couple that we will get to the 12, but it's not that common just because of the sheer amount of times that they have to jump. But we're going to be in the in the square that we make out of the 4 hurdles, and then obviously start on whatever leg you want. And we're going to jump out and back in and then change the direction each time. I really like my athletes to start off with going counterclockwise, and then if we want to change it up in terms of which way they're going to go, by all means you can. Considering you are doing this with a single leg option, I would definitely consider going both ways if at all possible, just because of the way that you're going to have to create force to jump in and out. The sequencing isn't always the same. And to give you an example, if I stand on my right leg and go outside in, I might continually go outside in, outside in, outside in, but to make sure that the sequencing is even, I don't want to always go this way because I'm going on this side. I'm always going laterally and back medially. When I come back this way, I'm going medially and back laterally, where I could technically go this way and push myself off farther this way to start with. So there just could be some minor minutia there. Probably not that big of a deal, but if you really are picky in terms of how you want to count that, just keep that in mind. So we're going to start with one leg, and we're going to jump out, in, and go around the 4 hurdles that I have. We want to try to maintain staying on just the one leg the whole time, and we also want to make sure we're trying to stay springy and athletic, and we don't want to be dead foot on the ground every time we land. So here, back, and then obviously I would do the other leg and go back around. So as you can see, that's relatively challenging. You're going to have to look down to make sure that you're able to get in there. I probably could have had these just a little bit tighter. I had them pretty big. But as you can see, it's overall pretty challenging. This is great for some of your female athletes, with some of your ACL prevention protocols as well, landing on a single leg, making sure we're not having that really bad knee valgus, so we're able to stay good and strong on the whole foot. We go to jump, and then we're getting triple extension as we jump over and being able to be a little more springy, like I mentioned. So I really like this for about 1 to 2 trips around per leg to start, for 2 to 3 sets, and then progressing to maybe 2 times around on each leg for about 2 to 3 sets. I think 4 sets on this, you can certainly do it, but you're probably only going to do 1, maybe 2 rounds through. You just got to be really careful and ensure it's the athlete that you're working with has the ability to handle not only that kind of workload, but obviously where they are, their time of year and things like that, that you're not overloading them too much with their ground contacts, especially considering the intensity of a single leg is much more than 2 legs. So that's a single leg 4-way hurdle hop. Great exercise for your athletes. If you have any questions, feel free in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.